Hey, what's up, YouTubers? It's your girl Cece. It's a Mustang. I'm a polygamous woman who's married to Andrea Moss. We had started this YouTube channel when we had started our first poly relationship together. I was in a poly relationship before her. We are currently pursuing a woman, and it has come to my attention a lot of questions, and I'm here to answer them. So being a unicorn is not something simple. I understand that. It's a lot of individuals that come into this relationship with people and have not a full understanding of what poly is about. You have so many people who's got so much misunderstanding of what poly is. Poly is not about sex. Poly is not just for fun. You have to be very open-minded and very delicate to every individual in that relationship. When you have a relationship already made, that foundation is very important to being able to bring another individual in that relationship. If your foundation is not strong and built as you should have, it's not going to work to bring another individual in. Okay? And a lot of women who are unicorns misunderstood that it's supposed to be perfect. Okay? No relationship is perfect, whether it's multiple people or one-on-one individual in a relationship. In my experience at being a polygamous woman, it has been its ups and has been its downs, but I'm not willing to give up with that. A lot of women tend to only focus on the jealousy. Okay, every woman is always got some little jealousy in them. Okay, some women has high jealousy in them, but if you cannot overcome that jealousy to share your mate, it's not for you. Okay, don't waste nobody's time. It's not something to play with somebody's feelings. Okay, I'm here to clarify a lot of things. The one we are pursuing, she made some valid points on some things, and she, you know what I'm saying, said some things that thinking that, we're not supposed to argue and stuff like that. We have had some arguments, okay? My wife and me, we are not perfect. No relationship is perfect, okay? Just because a mate gets into it doesn't mean the unicorn's supposed to back off or give up and everything. It's a work in progress for all individuals involved, okay? There is not supposed to be a word to be able to give up on individuals. When you don't give up on your one-on-one relationship, you're not supposed to give up on a poly relationship. Everybody has their own opinions. They have their own mind frame and mentality. It's up to you to build that with your unicorn and not make her feel that she's left out, okay? And any other problems within that relationship, it takes all three of y'all to work that thing out, okay? I tell people all the time, I'm a bitch to deal with, okay? But I'm always going to keep it real with you, 100. And I'm never going to be side-coding or nothing, sugar-coating nothing to any individual that's involved with me and my wife. So any questions that a person has, it takes them to open their mouth to get that answer, okay? When you have a foundation already built with somebody and it's a person coming in, you have to understand their perspectives and their out views of why they feel the way they do about poly life. You can't make them feel like they're the outsider. You have to show them just as much attention, have that communication with them. Communication is everything. I always tell people this. If you don't have that with your spouse or your unicorn, it's not going to work. And you have to take everybody's feeling and expectations to understand where they're coming from and why they feel the way they do. It's hard. It's hard dealing with a poly life. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But you have to be strong to deal with it and every individual involved. And when you bring in an individual in, you can't just look at what you like in that person. You have to seek what your partner would like also. Okay? You got to make sure that when your partner has feelings about somebody, you have to make sure that third person has those same qualities for your wife as in yourself. If you cannot talk to an individual that's a unicorn and have downfalls or argument, and that person loves to snap and not sit and be a woman to have a decent conversation with, it will bring a lot of hardship on what you're trying to build with your poly relationship with that third individual. Now, I don't take kindly to ignorance, okay? So with me seeking an individual, if I can talk to you and have a good conversation with you when something's bothering me, it's not going to work, okay? It's not going to work to argue with you. And if we do have that argument, if you're not willing to make that work and conversate with me to make it work, it's not going to work, okay? My wife is more laid back, all right? She don't argue. She don't do confrontation. And I've really seen that since we've been pursuing women, people push to see more of her, you know what I'm saying, to interact with them. Because I talk, I'm blunt. I get my point across. So they be like, you know what? Where's Drea? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk to Drea and see how she feels. It takes both people's opinions and outside to everything. You cannot decide on anything without everybody's perspectives out of all people's minds. But if you have an individual that's being stubborn to not open their mind to what and understand what them other individuals are talking about and understanding what their feelings are and why they feel that way they do, it's not going to work, okay? We're adults. We're not about to sit here and sugarcoat and be like, oh, baby, really? That's how you feel? Well, I'm going to change this? No, that's not how it works. You can't mold somebody to be perfect for you. You got to accept them for who they are when you're dealing with a poly relationship, okay? And if you can't accept that and you're not trying to come in somebody's relationship making rules and regulations on, oh, I don't want another individual and you don't want this and that, don't put rules on it, okay? Rules are not meant to put on a relationship as intense as people do. You have to be more of, let's sit down, let's talk about this, let's compromise. That's how it's supposed to work, right? Don't ever put rules on shit like that. It's not gonna work, okay? It's not. And understanding that just because you've known the person a long time don't mean you really know them, okay? I've been with my wife for 2 years. We've been married for over 1 year, okay? And people ask me all the time, how did I get into the poly life with my wife? Because my wife did not have any clue on what the freak poly was or how it's supposed to work, okay? I brought it to her attention, okay? And a lot of people be like, oh, you pushed her to do that. I didn't push my wife to do anything, all right? So I had a talk with my wife because that's what real couples do. They sit down and they talk and they bring it up to the subject. And I said, baby, how would you feel about being in a polygamous relationship? And she said, I don't know. I don't know how I would feel about sharing you. You know what I'm saying? I took her opinion in consideration. I said, oh, okay. And then, I talked to a lot of studs. Okay. So it was a stud I was talking to and I was feeling her. And I thought we connected. So I brought her to my wife's attention. Then they started talking and conversating. And we pursued it, but it didn't work out. Don't ever think because one relationship or poly relationship didn't work out, the other one is not going to work out. Okay. So connection is everything with an individual, both parties. All right. And just because somebody's argued don't mean it's going to work out. It's not going to work out. You argue, you get through it. That's what poly life is. You just got to be strong to get through it. Don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Don't be closed-minded. And poly don't have a number on it. So stop putting numbers, oh, 4 is a crowd. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to get that much. You can't do that, especially if you're the unicorn. Okay? When you a unicorn, you supposed to ask those questions. You know what I'm saying? Is you okay with adding more individuals other than yourself? You know what I'm saying? You got to ask that couple what kind of things they like in a poly relationship or get an understanding of what they want that relationship to go and how they look at things. if they would like to move in one house, or if they want to move in their own house, or it's different ways poly works. It's different concept of poly life. It don't mean that that person only with that person for the sex, or one person. If one person likes that person, that don't mean pursue poly. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that other individual have connection, because I've learned with studs, they want two women. Okay. But if them two women, them feminine women don't connect, it's not gonna work. You being selfish, only thinking about what your needs and that they need, they connect with you. But they have to connect together too for a polygamous relationship to work. All individuals have to have connection. All individuals have to be able to build, and all individuals have to have that mental frame, like, okay, this is a different woman I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? I have to learn how to open my mind to understand her just as well as I understand the other individual, because everybody ain't the same. And me and my wife, like I said, we've been together for over 2 years now, and we still learning each other. We still learning each other. It's not no time frame of when you're supposed to know each other to be able to be married to her. I've been married to her for over a year, and I'm still learning so many new things about her. And sometimes it's uncomfortable for people, I've realized, when we get into it. When we have our unicorn and we arguing. And it came to my attention that a lot of people think that they're the reason for their arguing or anything like that. No, it's not you, unicorn. It's not you. It's a relationship. Relationships argue. So you can't sit there and think you're to blame for anything. Just like with a unicorn and one of the other mates might get into it. It's typical. We're women. It's a lesbian polygamous relationship. We have emotions. Women have periods. We're gonna go through those emotions of up and downs. But you weigh out the hardship at the beginning to get through them bricks that you went through, and then once you get through them bricks, you will have a bond. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what ticks the other person off. You will know what the other person don't like and how to deal with that person and what they love. You know what I'm saying? That makes them feel good again. And that's just like a singular relationship. You know what I'm saying? You treat a poly life just like a singular relationship. It's going to be ups and downs, but it's not for you to give up. And my wife has a great soul, and my wife has brought me to love again. And we have been through it that y'all don't even know. But, we still separated. It's okay to separate, you know. And before we got back together, we talked. And a lot of people misconstrue that we're bringing somebody in our relationship to fix it. I'm sorry, but a third person cannot fix your relationship. So if you feel that bringing a woman in a polygamous relationship to fix your foundation, it's not going to work. It's only going to destroy it more. If you don't have that strength and that foundation before you bring another woman in and have an understanding that this is my wife, she ain't going nowhere, then it's not going to work. Because I also realize a unicorn sometimes come in that relationship thinking they about to pursue one of those individuals to have them to their self. No. If you have a strong foundation, that unicorn is never going to destroy what you already built. And you have to have that as an understanding. A lot of people say it's already hard enough to deal with one woman. You can't deal with multiple. You can. You can. It's not hard. It's about love. And if you connect with that person just like you do in a single relationship, and you connect with multiple people, it's a beautiful thing. It is. You would just have to not be stubborn and selfish. Being selfish is not nice or not cute, even when you're in a one-on-one relationship. Because if you're always thinking about yourself, how is that other person supposed to find love within you? So think of it that way. If you're selfish now, that means you're supposed to be selfish in a singular relationship. And love can be spreaded. It can. It may not be understood, but it can be spreaded to love another individual or multiple people. I've always said to myself, like, I don't think it's real. Everybody be like, how can you be in love? I know the person that said they was in love with two people at one time. I was like, how? Your heart is one. You have one heart. How can that one heart love multiple people? And when I finally got that experience of being a polygamist, it can, because I felt that for two people. And I have more of an understanding that it's okay. And I'm not insecure about bringing another woman into my relationship. I'm secure. I know my wife loves me. My life, my wife deeply loves me, and it's hard for her to open up to another woman because of her feelings for me. But she's learning just as well as I am. And I've been helping her understand things, like she can talk to me, you know what I'm saying, and ask me questions about things. And when I see she's doing something wrong, I'll be like, babe, hey, you kind of got to pay attention, to this and this and this, and this is how she feels. So if you can get your spouse to understand some things about polygamy, and as you're pursuing another individual and you point out things, it runs smoother. It do. And I don't want anybody to give up just because an argument happens within a polygamous relationship. Be honest with all the individuals involved so that that person can judge for themselves and make a decision for themselves, if it's for them or if you for them. We are the Moss family. My wife is a stud, and she's going to be having a baby for us soon. And never use the term never use the term I when you're dealing with three or multiple people in a polygamous relationship. Include all individuals that's involved. Never single somebody out. Always make that unicorn or unicorns feel very comfortable, like they're equal to that one woman that's involved in that relationship. And that is just keeping it real from the CC perspective of polygamy. And if you have any other questions, we are here to answer it. We're trying to build a foundation and keep people very close to us to be open minded and answer any questions involved. And we're about to take y'all through this journey with my wife having a baby as a stud, because there's a lot of emotions involved with that. And with me as a film, I'm used to having the children. So seeing my stud wife that wore boy clothes and her bringing a baby in this world for us that will be our first Moss baby, it's a beautiful thing. And that's another subject about knowing exactly what your unicorn wants, out of your relationship, and what she expects out of being in a poly relationship. If she wants babies, would she want to move, and don't put no limit on the love, because whether it's across state or in the same city, anything's possible in a polygamous relationship, because we're pursuing somebody out of state. And um, we own 4 groups. And I have come to realize a lot of polygamists be like, well, I can't find nobody in my area. Oh, well, nobody lives in my area, so I'm not going to be able to find. Yes, you can. Be open-minded. Expand. States are just states, but we have many ways to get to one another. There's no excuse to putting a limit on love. Because I've realized people in my city, me and my wife know a lot of people. And we expanded it. So we're open to finding a woman from another state, taking the time to travel when she traveled to us. And then you have to understand if she wants to move in with you or y'all gonna move it. Y'all gonna have separate housing. Y'all gotta give each other the same amount of attention and go visit her one-on-one. One-on-one time is everything, guys. You don't have to do everything as a group. You know what I'm saying? So mentally having that one-on-one time with your unicorn and your spouse having that one-on-one time alone is everything. So make sure that if it's a couple, you have that one-on-one time with your wife or girlfriend, okay? And also with that unicorn, because y'all also need one-on-one to be connected and then have that group fun and that group sessions where everything will be connected. Okay, y'all can't connect if y'all don't have one on one to have that mental, because everybody got a different bond, you know. So having that different bond and then making it as units would be beautiful. So I hope y'all take what I have said in sight of being a polygamist and understanding it's okay, and being open about it. It's okay because I'm open with mine. And I know a lot of people still in the closet about being polygamous and not sharing with the world their polygamy, but we are open. And with my girlfriend, I would like to have her being able to be outside, hold her hand, kiss on her, have my wife kiss on her. And people look at us, you know, we had it, but do we care? No. Because being polygamous is being open and to your love and not hiding it from nobody. Because people are going to judge you regardless. No matter if you're a single individual or you're a group of people, you're going to be judged. So be it. But us, the Mosses, are here to keep everything open and build a nation with our LGBT community. And we are here to make sure that our community is not being looked at as a messy community, because everything happens even in the straight community, okay? We are people that love, and we have our times as if we don't get along. It's just that we are more women involved in our community and we have emotions. So it's just like people put this label as that we're just messy and we're drama, we're this. No, we're not. We just express it openly. So that makes people think that we are being messy or we are being drama. And people need to just learn how to come together. You know what I'm saying? Even as all women, women don't get along. And we just need to come together as women to be strong. Whether you're straight, whether you're bi, whether you're a lesbian, whether you're a trans, it doesn't matter. Start loving each other and not judging. And that's what us Mosses, me and Andrea, Cece Moss and Andrea Moss are here to do, is bring everybody together to love one another. And we won't stop. Judge us, love us, hate us. We don't care. We're here and we're not going anywhere. So this is your girl Cece with the Real Talk About Polygamy. And if you ever want to hit me up, we have a Facebook page. It's a Mustang. It's the same title. So y'all can hit us up in the inbox to ask us any advice. We have talked to many people. We're planning a meet and greet June 5th in Michigan. We also have groups that we are providing for the LGBT. We have a bisexual group. We have a lesbian poly group. It's the Power Poly Couples. That's what that's called. Um, the bisexual group is called The Right Way. It's the bisexual way. We have a lesbian group, and we have a mothers group. It's called A Mother's World. If any mothers is out there, come find our group so we can connect with each other and we can love one another, and we can make a stand and show people that we are united and we are expanding, you guys. And all the hate is not necessary. And the lesbian group that we have is called Real Lesbians Only, okay? So y'all, I love y'all. I'm here. My wife is here if anybody need us. And we hope that you follow us and subscribe for more to come with the following of her having a baby and experience. So just like, subscribe, and comment with positivity, because that's what we about. We love y'all and have an awesome day. Mwah.